and the human activity can stop the groundwater recharge. Any surface water, it might be ocean or river, can it impact the cloud? These things we will discuss in today's class. So how much could be the impact? So this I will discuss in today's class. So human intervention does have an impact on hydrological cycle. If human change the activity, it impacts the water availability. Due to some activity, you can increase the amount of water, quality and distributions which might affect. Now, one by one, let me discuss. First one is deforestation. Is deforestation affect the water resources? Yes. Now, what are the following things which affects in deforestation is reduce interception. Do you have any idea on interception? What is interception? Deforestation, we know it affects the global warming. Now, what is interception? In aspects of, see, not only trees will impact in only one phenomena called global warming. Trees impact in different forms as well as water also. The first thing what is being discussed is interception. See, during any rainfall, the water will not completely fall in the ground. Interception is, it might fall in the canopy of the tree. It might fall in the leaves, it might fall in the stems and natural vegetations which take the water. Now immediately the rainfall starts, we will not observe rainfall if we are under the tree. The water will all be there in leaves and it might be intercepted. This is called interception. Can you see here? The rainfall might be affecting in different places. Soon as the rain starts, the water will be stopped here, immediately it will not fall. The water will hold here with the stems and leaves in the canopies, etc. What is the impact in that? There is a 10% to 30% of impact according to the tree. If it holds the water, what it will do is, imagine if you don't have tree, what it will happen? All the rainfall will fall at the ground and immediately it will run off. I have told runoff in the previous class. What is runoff is? The rainwater will go to next level called river. Soon as it reaches the river, it goes to the sea. We will not get any effect. So what it will happen? If trees are there, it stops the water. And when the runoff is happening, imagine you have multiple trees. If runoff is there, it will hold the water and it will penetrate into the soil. So this phenomena will stop. Sir, deforestation will not only reduces the climate, it improves the infiltration. That means groundwater recharge. I told that groundwater recharge depends on the soil. Certain soil increases infiltration, sandy soil, loam is the type of soil, sandy loam will increase infiltration. Which soil will not at all infiltrate quickly? Clay soil, it will not infiltrate quickly, also it will not evaporate quickly. So that is the two things. So you have to understand that if trees are there, it promotes the infiltration, interception as well as infiltration. Increase the surface runoff and soil erosion will be increased. If the trees are there, if deforestation is there, what will happen? Surface runoff and soil erosion will be there, leads to groundwater protection. And examples are Western Ghats. In India, particularly Western Ghats is an example of that. Deforestation there in Western Ghats creates quick runoff. The water will not be used for anyone. Second phenomena is called urbanization, where we are slowly developing layouts. In Bangalore consists of different layouts. You have, starting from when entering into Bangalore, you have Electronic City, you have layout, then HSR you have layout, Koramangala you have layout. All the layouts are being laid. Have you seen in each and every layout there will be a park, there will be amenities, there will be plantation of trees. This is called urbanization. If humans are developing, what they will do is they will plant, develop the drainage, how the water should run off, where it should treat, etc. Like that. If urbanization is there, what it creates is it reduces the infiltration. This is an example. This image gives you an example of what happens if there is no urbanization, you only have trees here. What it will happen? Soon as the rainfall affects here, it will go to the river in case of urbanization. But in case of forestation, there is forest, what will happen? The water will not go quickly, all the water will be there in interception. Then next thing is, it will store in the roots, the water will not go quickly, all the trees will stop the water runoff, it penetrates into the soil, it does not go completely in river. Whereas in the urban areas, what it will happen? You have roads, you have concrete layers, the water will not penetrate. Will the water penetrate in roads? Definitely no. Concrete roads are there, bitumen roads are there. Will it penetrate in the apartments, in the houses? No, it cannot penetrate. So what it will happen? Completely we are covering the infiltration. So immediately the water will go and you will be not having any water. Sir, there will be a bore in apartment. Soon as the water is stopped, you don't have recharge. The apartment will again put a bore and put a charge for the people who are living in apartment in maintenance. Maintenance will keep on increasing. We have taken the water. How much rainfall is there? You have to calculate and you have to design a rainwater in your house. So this much water I am taking it from the nature. I have to design a rainwater according to the capacity so that all the rainfall will fall into the rainwater harvesting. You can take again and again as bore water. You don't need to put a new bore again. So this is the way you can stop this. So urbanization will increase the runoff and heavy dependence on distant water source. Distant water sources, if in dam you don't have water, you will not have drinking water. Imagine Kaveri water. Bangalore is supplied by two sources of water. What are they? One is Kaveri water, second thing is bore water. If bore water is not there, we completely depend on Kaveri. If Kaveri water in dam you don't have, then there is a question mark. You will be heavily dependent on distant water sources. Next thing is called over exploitation. Have you seen when you are going in highways? You go nearby this highway, nearby the pier. Pier means there will be a column, no? Wherever you have metros, metro pillar will be there. You go by bike or by any vehicle, there will be a jerk when you go nearby the pillar. Have anyone observed? There will be a small undulation in the roads nearby the pillar. How you observe? This is a critical point. Wherever you have a pillar, nearby that if you go there, there will be a small undulation when you are going. What is that undulation is? You see over extraction of groundwater. Nearby the metro places, all the people will put a bore and take all the water out. You imagine a sponge. You are taking all the water in the sponge, putting load. What is that load? You are building the structure. What it will happen? The sponge will compress. That is why nearby roads and the metros, you are having small undulation in the column. Nearby that you see, throughout Nayandahalli you can observe this. If you observe in this aspect, you can understand that why it is happening. When they are installing the metro, it will not be any issues. But soon you are draining the water constantly, taking the water. What it will happen? It will settle. This is the example. Typical aquifer. Aquifer is, there is a water deep inside the soil. This is called aquifer. What it will happen? If you are constantly taking the water, the soil will get settled. This is an example. If you have clay soil, it will happen. The sedimentation happens in 10 years, 20 years. Sir, immediately the metro construction is there, it will not happen. If your soil is clay soil, after 5 years it will happen. Do you understand? If you have sandy soil, immediately it will happen. These things are for civil engineers. I am not going to detail more. You just understand that the over water extraction makes the surface into settle. So this is an example. Over extraction of groundwater, excessive pumping creates less amount of water and it will create to settle. Next thing is, sir, is it happening in Bangalore? Yes. Which is an article published in 2025. Times Now. They have published an article and say that In Kolar, more than the rainfall, you have infiltration, no? In monsoon, you have rainfall, naturally it will infiltrate. But the people, how much they are taking is 193% they are taking the water. 1 liter is given by the rain. They are extracting 2 liters. What it will happen? There is no rainfall, which is called over exploitation. You should only take the groundwater. How much recharge is there? That much only you should take. In what are the places over exploitation is happening? Kolar. Kolar is the highest place in Karnataka. 193%. Chikbalapur 164%. Imagine 100% water given by the rain. They are taking 164%. Now Bangalore 147. Severe effect is there in Bangalore. Wherever you go throughout Bangalore, there will be a problem of groundwater. In this year, 400 feet you have groundwater. Next year, 500 feet it will go. Then after few years, 600 feet. You cannot find groundwater. These are the places you have to check, and Chitradurga is having 144. Rest of the places are somehow managing. So this article gives according to taluk wise, and contamination is also there, which they have highlighted and noticed. I don't know, people who are much more concentrated in social medias, you think information is not only which is shared in Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. There are news articles are there which we will be not concentrating in that. This is published in newspaper. We know that water scenarios. What is the water scenario which is published in April 6 of 2025. Now, next thing is construction of dams and reservoirs. One thing which will happen is, you know that the rainwater, soon after the monsoon is there will be rainwater and it will take off all the runoff. Can you see this brown color? What is this brown color is? This is called sediment. What do you mean by sediment is? It will take all the richness of the places and it will trap in this zone. So these zones are very rich. What do you mean by richness is ecological richness. You can have more trees, mangroves will be there. I have discussed in last year. I took one subject and I discussed regarding mangroves, wetland ecosystem. I have to recollect what is wetland ecosystem. Nearby the seashore, whatever trees and plants are there, which is called wetland ecosystem. Nearby the seashore or when it is coming after the hills, you have rich nutrients. Imagine you are having a reservoir. What it will happen? This reservoir stops all the rich nutrients, and after the dam, you will not have this kind of rich nutrients, so that the ecosystem will not be there. It alters the river flow. If you construct the dam, natural river flow will stop. It alters. Affects the ecosystem by reducing the sediment supply. Sediment is rich nutrients which will be taken by plants, fishes and other living ecosystem, etc. There are positive things. Constructing dam have positive thing of water storage, irrigation and hydropower. What are the negative things is displacement of water. Natural course will vanish off and ecological imbalance will happen. You have to properly design the reservoir. Next thing is agricultural practice. Poor fertilizers and nutrients are supplied. In excess we supply. What it will happen? It will create algal blooms. This kind of things will be there. If you are supplying artificial pesticides, we know that agricultural is the maximum place. If we are supplying this, it will pollute the groundwater. Algal blooms will be there. Does Kengeri Lake have algal bloom? You observe now. If there is any algal bloom, you have to understand that there is a poor agricultural practice or pesticides are in and around the place. That is why the algal blooms are here. So due to this practice, we change the course of ecosystem. Industrialization. What will happen if we increase the industry? The river will get polluted. This is also one of the article which is taken from Bangalore. Nearby Peenya have number of industries. one of the industry is polluting the river. The Karnataka Pollution Control Board, what they have done, they have planned to keep a collective treatment plant. Do you have any solution for this kind of treatment? We have different rivers in and around Bangalore, but all the rivers are polluted. Do you have any idea for stopping the pollution? Why does river get polluted or streams get polluted? Due to people or due to industry? Which is higher? Industry is only higher. We are aware of this. I told that pollution control boards are there, but why the water is keep on polluted? What is the solution for this? Industries has to be there in order for development, but the water course should not be polluted. What is the solution? This is what highlighted in this news article. What they have said is they are planning for CETP. What is CETP? ETP. What is ETP? I have discussed in the last course. Effluent treatment plant. If there is any industry, they should have the treatment plant in industry itself. If it is okay to discharge in river, then only they should discharge. That is called effluent treatment plant. What the government think is, okay, these people, industrial people, whatever norms we put, they are polluting the water. What the Karnataka government says is, let us make a common treatment plant. That means we will treat the water and we will supply in the river. Whatever charge is there, that we will make it to the industrial people. Does it sounds good? The industrial people are not doing. Let government do. Let they completely do. Whatever is the charge, it has to be borne by the industrial people. And if any people who are illegally discharging the sewage waste from the household, not in the individual household, collective apartments, if they are doing, they have to charge it. Does it sounds good? This is what been planned in 2018. This article is from 2018. We are in 2026. Is it happening? Why? See, the industrial people pollute. Government says good ideas, even though they are not implementing. But we are constantly studying. For what? Sir, we are studying, sir. We are doing ME, we are doing BE, but environment and our society will be like this only. What is the solution? You have to come. You have to come to the next level. What is the idea now? In 2018, the government thought like that. It sounds to be good, but why it is not implemented? Subject of today's discussion is water resources. We are over exploiting, we are polluting the existing water. Whatever somewhat water is there, we are polluting that. We are over exploiting that. What is the solution for this? We are nearing first module. You are constantly hearing, but you will not follow. Eutrophication is excess nitrates, excess phosphates, which are there in the water, which causes eutrophication. Excess things. So these are the example in Belandur Lake, Vathur lakes. So these are the places you see excess eutrophication. Now, not only in Bangalore, which is there throughout the India. What are the places? Apart from Bangalore or Karnataka, we have different places which have high amount of pollutions in river. Maharashtra is the place, 49 rivers are polluted. States highest pollution in India, which is there in Maharashtra. 49 rivers are being polluted. Sixth place, 15 rivers are being polluted. So you can see by that this statistics as of 2017-18. Now you check, this statistics is given from 14-15 to 17-18. Domestic sewage, how much it gets polluted, how much it affects the place, which is the highlight here. 25 to 80% of water pollution is from domestic sewage. Sir, the pollution is happening. How much it is happening? Who impacts? 75 to 80% of water pollution by domestic sewage. How many million liters per day? This has been given here, and this is a overall statistics which is given in India. Throughout India it says, not only at a particular place, It might be rural, it might be urban, both. So how it gets affected, and untreated water is doubled. Next thing is sand mining. This is one of the human intervention, not only deforesting, not only the places of over exploiting groundwater. If we are taking sand, for what purpose we take sand? For construction, majorly for construction. If we take sand, what it will happen? It reduces groundwater recharge. Why they are saying that to stop extracting the sand is, it will reduce the groundwater infiltration. If sands are taken, below the sand you have clay. When you take the sand nearby the ocean, you can see the clay below the sand. What it will happen if you are taking the sand away, only the clay layer will be there. Does clay infiltrate quickly? No. If sands are taken, clay will not infiltrate. That is why if sand mining is too much, what it will happen? It will reduce the infiltration rate, causes bank erosion. This is the statistics I have taken. Now what are the states in India? Blue color is demand, red color is supply. Demand is, let us take Karnataka. You see the demand is in tons per year. How much tons are required? 30 tons per year. Million tons. Million metric tons. 30 million metric ton is the demand. But what is the supply here? Supply is very less. You can see that due to this demand, they illegally take the river sand. Due to illegal taking of river sand, the infiltration rate gets reduced. So you can see in state wise, key states are given here. Climate change. Sir, does climate change will happen? Yes. From 1901 to 2018, research is being done, which is done by the government. How many years they are doing researches? 117 years they are doing one research. Which organization? Indian Meteorological Organization. They are doing one research. What research is? How much the water impact on the monsoon? Altered human activities alters the monsoon pattern. What do you mean by monsoon pattern is, the monsoon will not be even, which will be particularly there, and at a short time all the rainfall will happen. This is not good. Rainfall should happen in a slow form so that everybody can get benefit. In a short time, if rainfall is there, what it will happen? Quickly it will run off, nobody will have the benefit. So it alters the pattern of the rainfall, increases floods, and high evaporation loss will be there. What it will happen? During the summer season, if flood comes, high amount of heat will be there. This is done for 117 years. They have highlighted that this is the baseline. How to read this study is, you see this is a blue color, dark red. What you have to understand is, these two are extremes. In 1901, this was the case. The places you can see dark colors, either red or blue. You can see red here, no? These places are red. What do you mean by red is, you see here negative 30 to 20% variation is there. That means in 1901 there was a high rainfall. In 2018 that high rainfall was completely reduced, plus 20 to 30%. Blue color is, you see Rajasthan here. This is a blue color. What do you mean by that is, the rainfall in a short amount of time there was a increased rainfall of 30%. These are the places you can see completely the coastal plains are being affected with alteration of climates, and that is called monsoon.